What if I told you your entire life could change just by winning the first hour of your day? Not in 1 year, not in 1 month, but starting tomorrow morning. Most people wake up tired, stressed, and already behind. But what if the problem is not your life? What if the problem is your morning? Welcome to Rise Stories Podcast, the place where real people share real transformations. I'm your host, Daniel. Today, I'm joined by someone who completely changed his life using one simple but powerful habit, waking up at 5 a.m.
Thanks, Daniel. I'm really happy to be here. A few years ago, my life was a mess. I had no routine, no focus, and honestly, no clear direction. But today I've built a strong daily system, improved my productivity, and even launched my own small business. And it all started with one decision: taking control of my mornings.
That's powerful. And today, Lucas is going to break it all down for us. The struggle, the doubt, the discipline, and the exact steps you can follow. Before we start, if you want more real stories that can change your mindset and your life, make sure to subscribe to Rise Stories Podcast and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode.
Rise Stories Podcast.
Inspiring journeys towards success.
Lucas, let's go back to the beginning. Why did you feel your life was out of control?
Honestly, Daniel, it was everything at once. I was waking up late, always rushing, always stressed. I had no structure in my day, no clear plan.
So it wasn't just one problem?
Exactly. It was like small problems everywhere. My sleep was bad, my focus was weak, and I was always tired. I kept saying, I'll fix it tomorrow, but tomorrow never came.
That sounds like a cycle many people are stuck in.
Yes, and the worst part, I knew I had potential, but my daily habits were destroying it. I felt busy all day, but at the end, I achieved nothing important.
That feeling hits hard.
It really does. And after some time, I started asking myself a serious question. Am I in control of my life, or is my life controlling me?
That's a powerful question.
And that question was the beginning of everything.
Lucas, paint us a picture. What did your mornings look like before you changed anything?
Honestly, Daniel, they were a disaster. I used to wake up late, sometimes just minutes before I had to start my day.
So no real morning routine?
Not at all. The first thing I did was grab my phone, scrolling, checking messages, social media. And before I knew it, 30 or 40 minutes were gone.
That sounds very familiar to a lot of people.
Exactly. Then I would rush. No time to think, no time to plan. Sometimes I skipped breakfast, sometimes I felt stressed before the day even started.
So your day started with pressure.
Yes, and that pressure followed me all day. I felt like I was always reacting, never leading my day.
That's a big difference.
It is. Looking back, my mornings were not just unproductive, they were setting me up to fail.
Lucas, at some point, something must have snapped. Was there a breaking point that forced you to change?
Yes, Daniel, there was. I still remember it clearly. It was a normal weekday, but I was completely overwhelmed.
What happened?
I missed an important deadline at work. Not because I didn't care, but because I was disorganized and exhausted. My manager called me in, and I had no real explanation.
That must have felt heavy.
It was, but what hit me harder was when I got home. I sat there thinking, I'm working hard every day, but nothing is changing.
So it wasn't just one mistake?
No, it felt like a pattern. Late mornings, low energy, constant stress, it was all connected.
And that moment changed something?
Yes. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept asking myself, if I continue like this for 5 more years, where will I be? And honestly, I didn't like the answer. That's when I realized something had to change immediately.
Lucas, after that breaking point, how did you actually discover the 5 a.m. routine?
It started very simply, Daniel. I was searching for ways to improve my discipline and focus. I read articles, watched videos, trying to find a solution.
And something stood out?
Yes. I came across a book called The 5 a.m. Club. At first, I honestly thought it was extreme. Waking up at 5 a.m. sounded impossible for me.
So you didn't believe in it right away?
Not at all. I thought this is only for highly disciplined people. But the idea behind it caught my attention. If you win your morning, you win your day.
That line is powerful.
Exactly. I kept thinking about it for days, and then I asked myself, what if I just try it for 1 week?
And that's where it began?
Yes, not with full belief, but with curiosity. And that small decision changed everything.
Lucas, you made the decision. But the real challenge starts after that. What was the hardest part in your first week?
Honestly, Daniel, everything felt uncomfortable. Waking up at 5 a.m. was not natural for me at all.
Was it just the waking up? Or more than that?
More than that, the hardest part was fighting my old identity. My body wanted to sleep. My mind kept saying just 1 more hour.
So it was a mental battle?
Exactly. Every morning felt like a negotiation with myself. Some days I succeeded, other days I failed.
And how did that make you feel?
Frustrated. I started thinking maybe I can't change. But I also noticed something small. On the days I did wake up early, I felt different. More calm, more in control.
So there was a small reward?
Yes, and that kept me going. Even if it was hard, I started to see a glimpse of what my life could become.
That's where discipline starts. Not in success, but in struggle. Lucas, be honest with us. Did you ever almost quit during this journey?
Yes, Daniel, more than once. There were mornings where I was completely exhausted, and I thought, this is not for me.
What made it so difficult to continue?
It wasn't just waking up early, it was the lack of immediate results. I was putting in effort, but I didn't see big changes right away.
So frustration started to build?
Exactly. And there were days I actually broke the routine. I slept in and told myself, maybe I'll start again next week.
And what stopped you from giving up completely?
One simple realization. I noticed that even small progress mattered. On the days I followed the routine, I felt more focused, more stable.
So small wins kept you alive in the process?
Yes. And I also started thinking differently. Instead of asking, why is this hard? I started asking, who will I become if I keep going?
That shift changes everything.
It really does. That question became stronger than my excuses.
Lucas, let's get practical now. When you actually started waking up at 5 a.m., what did you do during that time?
Great question, Daniel. At the beginning, I kept it very simple. I didn't try to do too much.
So no complicated routine?
No. I followed a structure I learned from the 5 a.m. club. It's often called the 20-20-20 formula.
Can you explain it?
Yes, the first 20 minutes were movement, exercise, stretching, something physical. The second 20 minutes were reflection, writing, journaling, thinking. And the last 20 minutes were learning, reading, or listening to something useful.
That sounds very structured.
It is, but it's also simple. The goal was not to be perfect, but to be consistent.
And did it feel different from your old mornings?
Completely different. Instead of waking up in stress, I was starting the day with control and intention. It felt like I was building my day, not just surviving it.
Lucas, consistency is one thing. But people always ask, when did you actually start seeing real results?
Honestly, Daniel, not immediately. The first few days felt like nothing was changing.
So when did the shift happen?
After about 2 to 3 weeks, I started noticing small differences. First, my energy in the morning improved. I wasn't as tired during the day.
That's already a big change.
Yes, and then my focus improved. I could work longer without feeling distracted all the time.
So it wasn't a dramatic moment, it was gradual?
Exactly. It was like a slow upgrade. One day I realized I'm not reacting to my day anymore. I'm leading it.
That's powerful.
And after a while, people around me noticed too. They said I seemed more calm, more confident, more organized.
So the results became visible externally as well?
Yes, but it all started internally with discipline in the mornings.
Lucas, beyond energy and productivity, how did this routine change your mindset?
It changed everything, Daniel. Before, I used to feel like a victim of my day, like things were just happening to me.
And now?
Now I feel in control. Waking up early gave me a sense of discipline, and that discipline started to affect every area of my life.
Can you give an example?
Sure. I became more consistent, not just in mornings, but in my work, my health, even my decisions. I stopped waiting for motivation. I started relying on systems.
That's a big shift.
Yes. And My confidence grew because every morning I was proving to myself I can do hard things.
That builds real self-trust.
Exactly. It's not just about waking up early. It's about becoming the kind of person who keeps promises to himself.
What mistakes should beginners avoid when starting this journey?
Great question, Daniel. The first mistake is trying to do too much too fast.
You mean going all in from day one?
Exactly. People try to wake up at 5 a.m., exercise, read, journal, all perfectly, but that creates pressure, and they quit quickly.
So what's the better approach?
Start small. Even waking up 15 or 30 minutes earlier is a great start. Build the habit first, then improve it.
Makes sense.
The second mistake is ignoring sleep. You can't wake up early if you sleep late. It doesn't work.
So discipline starts the night before.
Exactly. And the third mistake, comparing yourself to others. Everyone's journey is different.
That's important.
Yes. Focus on your progress, not perfection. Consistency beats intensity every time.
Lucas, let's address the big question. Can anyone really wake up at 5 a.m.?
Honestly, Daniel, not everyone needs to wake up at exactly 5 a.m. That's a myth.
Interesting. So it's not about the exact time?
Exactly. It's about control and consistency. 5 a.m. is just a symbol. The real goal is to own your morning.
So people shouldn't force themselves?
No, if someone sleeps very late and suddenly tries 5 a.m., it can fail. The key is to build a routine that fits your life.
That sounds more realistic.
Yes, some people may start at 6 a.m. or even 7 a.m. What matters is waking up with intention, not pressure.
So it's about quality, not just time.
Exactly. A focused morning at 7 a.m. is better than a tired 5 a.m. It's not about copying others. It's about building your own system.
That's a powerful truth. Lucas, for someone listening right now, what is a simple morning routine they can start with?
Great question, Daniel. Keep it simple and realistic.
So where should they begin?
Start with just 3 small steps. First, wake up a bit earlier, maybe 20 or 30 minutes.
That feels doable.
Second, move your body. It can be stretching, a short walk, anything to wake you up.
And the third step?
Take a few minutes to think or plan your day. Ask yourself, what is the most important thing I need to do today?
Simple but powerful.
Exactly. You don't need a perfect routine. You just need a consistent one.
That's a great starting point for anyone.
Yes. Start small and grow from there.
Lucas, looking back now, if you had to start again, what would you do differently?
That's a great question, Daniel. I think the biggest thing, I would be more patient with myself.
More patient in what way?
At the beginning, I was too hard on myself. If I missed one day, I felt like I failed completely.
So you were chasing perfection?
Exactly. And that creates pressure. Now I understand that progress is not perfect. It's messy.
That's real.
I would also focus more on sleep from day one, because without good sleep, the whole system becomes weak.
So you would build the foundation first.
Yes, and one more thing. I would celebrate small wins. Even waking up early for one day is a victory.
That changes your mindset.
It does. Because when you respect small progress, you build momentum.
Lucas, before we close, what is one habit that can truly change someone's life?
If I had to choose one, Daniel, it would be this. Take control of your first hour of the day.
Simple, but powerful.
Yes, because how you start your day shapes everything that follows. Your focus, your energy, your decisions.
So it's not just a habit, it's a foundation.
Exactly. And remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to start.
That's a strong message.
And I want to ask everyone listening, what is one small change you can start tomorrow morning?
I love that question. Thank you, Lucas, for sharing your story with us today. And thank you to everyone listening to Rise Stories podcast. If this episode inspired you, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new story. Until next time, rise strong and own your morning.